World heavyweight champion boxer George Foreman has a new film out, a new biopic, which is going to be released into UK cinemas tomorrow, the 28th of April. And I went to see an advanced screening tonight. It's called The Big George Foreman, or Big George Foreman, and is a biopic about Mr. Foreman himself, from the early 60s as a child, growing up to quite a poor, a sort of poor background, struggling to make ends meet to feed himself, quite humble beginnings, right through to the sort of late 60s, early 70s, where he becomes a boxer. Trained by Doc Brodus, who's played really well by Forest Whitaker. Right through to him having a heart attack, becoming a preacher, and then in the late 80s going back into boxing, and eventually becoming a world heavyweight champion at the age of 45. It's a true story. It's all based on the facts, and it's a bit of history, a bit of sports drama that I'd never ever really heard of before. I never really knew much about. I'd known George Foreman through the adverts selling the lean mean grilling machine, which it talks a little bit about in this film, kind of touches on it. But I would say it's actually worth a watch. I did enjoy it. I personally do like a good biopic, and I do like a good sports drama as well. George Foreman is played by Khris Davis, and he's pretty good in this role. Brings some humour to it, and you've got his trainer Doc Brodus, played by Forest Whitaker, who is also really good. Muhammad Ali is played by an actor, Sullivan Jones, who I've not heard of before. But Muhammad Ali is in this film. Sullivan Jones plays the character really well, plays the boxer, makes him out to be the sort of arrogant boxer that he was, but obviously a really good world champion. And of course, in the late 70s, George Foreman and Muhammad Ali fought against each other, and Muhammad Ali won. So it takes you through all the sort of history of George Foreman, and I thought the filmmaking was fine. I thought the boxing scenes were fine, and I thought the acting was fine, and overall I enjoyed it. It's over 2 hours long, but it didn't feel like a long film. I was really engaged, really interested in the story, and I think that it's more than the sum of its parts, because there's a sort of light kind of feel good tone about this film. It's not heavily hard hitting, it's not heavily gritty. It's a good film and an interesting bit of sports history about a boxing legend, and a great man. And it's the story that I was really kind of engaged with, and really liked. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed this film. I would give Big George Foreman an 8 out of 10. It's released tomorrow. If you go and see it, let me know what you think. Comment below. But Big George Foreman gets an 8 out of 10 from me. My name is Robert. You're listening to Glasgow Movie Addict, and I'll be back with you on my next review. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.